สวัสดีค่ะ and welcome back to At Brain Site here on GBN Station. You are now with me กรกนก ชิตพันธ์ reporting to you all the latest news on Buddhism from around the world. Our first news today is the Indian University news, followed by the publication of a new English translation of an important sutra, the Solo Buddhist exhibition in Sydney. The Prime Minister planned to encourage young people to visit the temples in Sri Lanka.And lastly, the temple tour in Vietnam. With the goal of highlighting the nation's rich Buddhist past along with its growing scholarly strength, India's University Grants Commission had asked universities to contribute to a new database, creating a single source of Buddhist studies in the country. The database will host information on courses and research, the names and institutions of active scholars,experts and alumni, as well as events such as seminars and conferences on the topic of Buddhist studies and related fields. In a letter addressed to vice-chancellors of universities, UGC Secretary Rajesh Jain asked for details on courses, numbers of students and research scholars and other information to better understand and highlight the states of Buddhist studies in India.Many colleges and universities across India teach courses on Buddhist philosophy, art and archaeology, and Pali studies, including Savitribo Phunprum University, Deccan College Postgraduate and Research Institute, Nalanda University, and Gautam Buddha University. Remarking on the move, Sunana Singh, Vice-Chancellor of Nalanda University, said,The society is getting increasingly consumerist and is stricken with xenophobic anxiety. A coherent, symmetric understanding and values of brotherhood has vanished, and there is a need to build peace and harmony, and Buddhist studies is the best way to do it. The global non-profit 84,000, translating in the words of the Buddha, is announcing publication of a new translation of an important sutra known as the Application of Mindfulness of the Sacred Dhamma. This scripture, one of the longest texts of the Tibetan Buddhist canon, has never before been fully made available in English. With its 2,158 Tibetan pages,The application of mindfulness of the sacred Dharma is the rich presentation of the realms of samsara, a vast treasury of Dharma, and a splendid piece of world literature that stands out as one of the greatest literary works of classical India. This new English translation is likewise a product of many translators and editors, this time around the world, collaborating over several years.First started by Dhammachakra Translation Committee in 2015, it took almost 4 years to translate. Subsequent editorial and technical work carried out at 84,000 took another 2 years, with one particular challenge to its online publication being its enormous size. This complication necessitated rebuilding the entire reading room at 84,000 to accommodate the variety of download options readers require today.Now, at long last, the application of mindfulness of the sacred Dhamma is published, marked up with interactive glossary features, and ready for free download by scholars, practitioners, historians, and interested readers around the world. A new solo exhibition of works by Chinese artist Peng Yong went on display at Vermilion Gallery in Sydney, showcasing the artist's dedicated exploration of the Buddhist principle.Each moment is a universe. Featuring works created during the pandemic, the show is titled From Each Moment and aims to ease the minds of the viewers through the painting's uniformity and tranquil creation. As a practicing Buddhist, Peng has employed his reflections on Zen concepts and belief in the power of simple and mindful repetition to create a series of unique works as beautiful as they are thought-provoking.Peng said the pandemic had brought a level of chaos and uncertainty to all countries in the world, and he hoped displaying his works in Australia was a way of helping others around the world to deal with the pressure. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says that Buddhists should be compelled to go to temples at least one day a week or for Puja Day. Participating in the unveiling of the pinnacle of the 60-feet-high golden fence Jaiya, the Prime Minister said sending Buddhist children to Dhamma schools should be made compulsory. We must ensure that our young children do not go astray by getting them participated in religious activities. If not, there will be a great catastrophe, he said. The connection with the temple should be inculcated in the children. Otherwise, the village and the temple will be moved away. In order to take the society on the right path, the village and the temple should also be maintained together, the Prime Minister said, commending the chief incumbent of the temple for his dedication to the development of the temple. The temple is the center of the village, and it is our responsibility to give the people of the village the opportunity to work with the temple and get them used to a virtuous life. There are people of different races and religion in this area. The collective friendship in your area is an example to the world. March is the time when the flowers of the cotton tree begin blooming. The brilliantly colored blooms at the Tay Temple on the outskirts of Hanoi help make the 1,000-year-old Buddhist temple even more charming. The cotton tree is a tropical tree with a high and straight trunk, shedding their leaves in the winter. The flowers usually bloom in the spring before the young leaves appear. According to local residents, previously there were 5 cotton trees in the main temple grounds located at the foot of the mountains. But only one located on the left side of the temple has survived until the present day. Later 2 more trees were planted near the Natian Bridge. The Tay Temple has 2 bridges, called Natian and Nungentian, both resembling a dragon mustache. The 2 bridges were built following the orders of a noted politician under the Li dynasty in 1602. The Natian Bridge links to an islet with a small shrine dedicated to the goddesses of the 3 palaces. The Nungentian Bridge links to a path leading to the mountain, where there is a small temple, the meditation place of the Li dynasty, Zen Master Tutauha. Just like last week, we have important guest speakers from around the world who will be sharing us their meditation experiences. And today, Just Brazil will be telling us how meditation had changed his life.
Yes, my name is Jesper, and I work as a guidance counselor. So I guide young people regarding their future education and future work. I started as a teacher. I was teaching different religions and thereby also Buddhism. So then I knew a bit about it. And then I was introduced to it again a couple of years ago by my wife. That in this way I met it in another way and learned many things that I didn't know before about Buddhism. It was also by my wife. She introduced me. She brought me to the temple. The first time I was there, it's almost 1 year ago. It was in the beginning of this year. And in the beginning, I think I was there around once a month. And then it was the Corona period. So then we couldn't come to the temple. It had to be shut down for some months. And then when we started to come back to the temple, then it's around once a month and sometimes a bit more often when it's possible for us. I meditate every day, and I have done that for a bit more than a year. And I have some goals with myself that I want to work on, some things with my person I want to improve. And in that, I can feel that meditation helps me. I want to be more patient with some things, some situations, and I want to be better at releasing thoughts and emotions that are not beneficial for me. And in that, I can also feel that meditation helps me in that pursuit. I don't remember when it was. Maybe it was. It is more than 6 months ago. I had some good meditations where I could feel that I could relax and I could focus on not focusing, and I had some really good emotions with it in my meditation. And afterward, I started to notice that when I was in a supermarket, that was the first place that I noticed, I could easier release my impatience and the emotions that were not beneficial for me or for anybody, that I could release them easier and just enjoy to just be in the situation instead. Yeah, so I noticed it in the supermarket, I guess. I think it is very beneficial for the community. In my experience, what I have seen is that what Dhamma is open to everybody to come there, and it's not with obligations. People can come there, and they can come there once a week or once a month or once a year, what they want. So I think that is very important, that everybody are welcome and no demands. So in that I think it can be. It is, and that is also my experience. I've seen that it is very beneficial for people who get help with different things. Monks are of course important. Without monks, no. I think first of all, monks can be a good role model. We can see from the monks that it is possible. We can see that they practice what they preach. They are doing it. So when they talk about meditation and help meditation, they have been doing it much for years. So we can see them and see that it's possible and see what can come out of it. What can be the result of the pursuits. So I think it can be a good role model. And then I also see that monks also guide people who come. They guided meditations or just to talk sparring about life in general and working situations. So I've seen that monks play the important role in that. I would like to recommend people to try it. I had tried meditations, different ways of meditating before I met Dhamma. I had tried some apps and some different things, and I didn't really like it. I thought it was too complicated. And this way of meditating, it is very simple, and there is no harmful effects of it. So there can be nothing bad coming out of it. So I would recommend people to just try it, because it's a very, very simple way, and they can try it and they can do it, and then they can see, because it's not bad for them, and it's easy to just try. So I would recommend it's the good things that can come of it. You never know what will come, but it can't be bad for you. It can only be good. So try it.
Thank you, Jasper Sal, and rejoice in your merit. And now it's time for the Lord Buddha's Dharma Code. These 5 traits, O monks, shouldn't be taken up by a lay follower. Trading in weapons, trading in living beings, trading in meat, trading in intoxicants, trading in poison. Now it's time for us to say goodbye. Please make sure to check out all episodes of our At Bright Insight News program on our website, gbnus.com. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful week. สวัสดีค่ะ